What a beautiful evening. I simply can't hold it in anymore. I'm KP.
And I'm Jacquis. Welcome to the Nightly from Hatch, a slumber party for pop culture lovers.
And I am a pop culture lover.
We are lovers of the culture that is popular.
You know what I'm rewatching? I've probably already said it a million times, but 30 Rock.
Oh, really?
I'm laughing at my TV, which I feel like I'm like a lone crazy person, but I am just giggling out loud by myself. It's funny.
I've never watched like 30 Rock from I've seen episodes, but I've never watched it like a consistent watch before. Yeah. Should I? I mean, I'm assuming you're going to say yes.
Tracy Morgan is cracking me up every line he says. I wasn't really tuned in when he was like his SNL years. I was just like I don't know that I've ever been like so tuned in any SNL years, but I am like, he is certainly a funny man.
He's rocking it. He's rocking it for sure. For me, Tracy Morgan, and he's had such a long career now that this feels crazy, but he'll always be a hustle man from Martin to me, which was like his first ever like role, or his first role that brought him to prominence. Like, he'll always be hustle man to me.
And then he was stand-up for a bit, right?
He did do stand-up, but I don't think I've ever seen any of his stand-up.
Me neither, yeah.
Yeah. And I know he was funny on SNL, and he was on SNL for a few years. Like, it wasn't brief.
No. He was definitely one of the big names then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, God bless. I'm loving 30 Rock. Are you rewatching anything? You getting into the archives in the TV at all?
You know, I'm not really rewatching anything right now. I think the last thing that I rewatched, like, from a series that I've watched before was the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh.
Which was like
I haven't seen much.
Yeah, it was when it was during the heyday of the MCU, so the 2010s. And it was like a TV companion show to that world, and eventually kind of broke off and became his own thing. But it was great. I really loved it.
Was it kind of like a Monster of the Week? Like, were they fighting like a different guy each time? Or it was like there was longer arcs?
There would be some episodes where, you know, they would have to deal with the fire that was in front of them. But each season had like a specific arc that it would follow. And like, you know, one of my favorite seasons of that show was when they were fighting against, what were they called? LMDs, which were like basically AI robot people who were just like them. And they were all like kind of like sedated and drugged and put into this virtual world that they didn't know was not real. And it was like a, you know, almost like a what if type world.
Those are fun.
I really liked Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but haven't really watched anything yet.
That's fine. Sci-fi wise, I'm reading a new book, and it's always like the beginning of sci-fis to me. I love sci-fis, some of my favorite books to read. But the beginning, there's this big learning curve because you have to learn like all of these creatures, and then it's names you've never even heard before and you can't remember because there's like 18 vowels next to each other. And so I'm in the first 20 pages, and it's like the Radshi people don't use these verbs, so then you have to just like kind of know that when they're talking that's changing. I don't know. This is my sci-fi gripe of the week, which is like,
I feel it.
I love the world building, but sometimes you guys are adding rules for me to remember that I don't even know if you have to.
Yeah, because you got to get to know what the rules of this science fiction is, right?
Yeah, and then this one is like this person can split they're kind of a computer, so their brain could be in like 15 places at once. So then all of a sudden you're switched in. I'll get used to it, but the first pages of a sci-fi, I'm always like, what the
heck am I reading? What do you think is like the ideal science fiction world that we could live in that would be okay?
Ooh, because most science fictions really, they're going dystopia. They're going post-apocalyptic.
They are mostly dystopia. Yeah.
Let's see. These are not my books. These are not my movies.
Okay.
But I do think that some of the Star Wars planets are like not that bad. Like people
Okay.
are, there's
Interesting.
sports still, there's pod racing.
Okay.
There's,
Yeah.
because I'm just thinking of the other sci-fis I'm thinking of. I'm like, I mean, you're fighting to survive every second.
You kind of are. Yeah.
Because I like some of the fantasies I go, I mean, Harry Potter's, of course, and a fun seeming one.
Yeah. You know, you get to fly on brooms and stuff
But
and have
sci-fi's, you're
magic.
fighting for your life.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say some of the Star Wars ones, they don't seem like they're in that much peril if you're just like a regular guy.
Got you. You know, I don't think this anymore, but like, have you ever seen the movie Minority Report?
Oh, I
With
saw it.
Tom
Yeah,
Cruise?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, the part of that movie, which is basically they had like pre-crime, which is they catch you right before you're about to do a crime and throw you in jail, which like there's a lot of, you know, what's
Scary
the word I'm
implications.
looking for? Yeah, implications to that and stuff like that. So, but the other parts of that movie, which were set in the future, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, is probably close to where we are right now.
Yeah, it seems.
As far as the year that movie was set in, I can't remember, was all things like, basically you can walk into a room and it would know like, hey, how you doing, Mr. Neal? Like, if you want to go to aisle 5, all your like favorite whiskey drinks are over there, or this, that, and the other. And basically just technology and artificial intelligence and things like that. For a long time, I was like, oh, that would be a cool world to live in. Like, that's where technology is going.
Yeah.
And now, as we are kind of in that, I'm like, this all is bad. But
definitely
this is all
being
bad.
known this much by robots is not my favorite.
It's not great. It's not fantastic. And then the pre-crime part of it, you know, which has implications of morality. And so, you know, that used to be my ideal. But now I'm like, nah, can't do it.
If we're counting Men in Black, that's pretty much, we're just in that world.
Men in Black, you know.
It's just, you're in New York.
You're just in New York. You're still living life. And then, like, when bad stuff happens, somebody just wipes your brain and you don't remember. Which, look, there is... I want to be very clear about this. There is no proof that isn't real.
We don't know.
We don't know. And I know people are like, well, what if something happened, you know, on a big, large scale? And I'm telling you, you haven't seen all the movies, because at the end of one of those movies, the Statue of Liberty was a neuralizer, and it just wiped out the entire cities. So there is a world where that all is 100% accurate. And honestly, I'm fine with that world.
Yeah, I love
Men in Black.
Oh my God, the pug.
It's great.
Tony Shalhoub. It's all very good.
It's all great. I actually like Men in Black 3 too. Like
I do too.
The latest one. Now, the one I didn't like was the reboot.
Oh, I didn't see that one, to be fair. But that's not even with Will Smith in it, right?
No, yeah. Will Smith got to be in it. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, Will Smith, you know, that's kind of an essential part of this whole operation.
It's an essential part of it, yeah.
Well, speaking of some choices, some difficult decisions, let's do some quick would you rathers tonight, okay?
Love me a good old WYR.
All right, we have some tough decisions.
Okay.
Would you rather have permanently squeaky shoes, or shoes that are completely silent but always somehow untie themselves?
I mean, I personally, because I wear a lot of sneakers, and I for about half of them, I don't tie my shoes like all the way. I like put them in, so like by the time they're at the end, there's not much lace left, and then I just like tie a knot around the lace. So like, I don't know if I would be annoyed by permanently squeaky shoes.
Yeah.
And then like, because here's the thing, that's all shoes.
Yeah.
And if I'm getting to the point where like the shoes that are always untying themselves are an annoyance, I'll just throw on some Crocs. I'll throw on some slip-ons. I'll throw on some shoes that like, that won't be the problem, but at least they're silent. And also, you know, I need to be sneaking up on people.
Yes.
You know?
Well, that's what I'm agreeing is like, I don't mind. I think I would get good at not stepping on my own shoelace. I think that's fine. I would be fine at that. But to not be able to go to the library or to like go to an art museum because you're just like, that just wouldn't work for me.
Yeah.
The only annoying part was I hate when your shoe's a little untied and then you have 10 people being like, oh, your shoe's untied. That would get annoying.
That would get annoying. I had a friend who went through a phase where he always wanted his shoes untied, and not in like a cool, like, you know, you have them like just not tied in a bow, but they're still like, you know, secured. He would just have them untied. And like people would always come on, hey, just so you know, your shoes are untied. He was like, oh, thank you. And it annoyed me because I'm just like, bruh, just tie your shoes, man, so people can stop telling you that your shoes are untied.
It would be irritating, but I would rather that than squeaks. Ugh.
Yeah, the squeaks are annoying. Everybody would know you coming like, oh, here come KP.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, oh, you hear that? Yeah, there go KP.
Well, they would be excited to see me because everyone is.
Okay, you're right. That's on me for painting a false picture. I'm so sorry.
That just would never happen.
I'm so sorry.
But yeah, I think we're going shoes that would untie themselves. We'll figure that out.
This feels like an easy one for me.
I think so.
Yeah. Like you've gone on shoe journeys recently.
And some are squeaky.
But do you have like, how many of your shoes tie up?
Like very few. I honestly only think like 2. Because most I have loafers, I got slip-ons, I got mules, I got clogs. I mean, none of those have laces.
Okay. If I could add just a small caveat to this, just to make this a little harder for both of us.
Okay.
Instead of untie, what if it was just like undo? So that is like a heel pops off or it unties or the buckle unbuckles or, you know, a toe pops out or something like that. That's
irritating.
Like, what if that makes it a little more difficult to deal with?
There are certain shoes, you know, where, and I don't know if it's a size thing or there's just types of shoes where you're like, my toes have to grip the whole time that I'm walking. It's like certain Birkenstocks or something where I'm like, my feet are tired from gripping this thing on the whole time.
Yeah.
And I hate that feeling.
It's annoying.
And then you step on your own shoe when it comes flying off. If it's like a mule or a clog, you look like an idiot.
You do trip more, and like tripping, you know, I be feeling like, do I have weak ankles or am I ill or something? Like,
and imagine it happens when you're like carrying a bunch of groceries. You know, how annoying would that be? You're just carrying it and then your shoe flies off and your hands are full.
Yeah, because if that was the case, like maybe I would take the permanently squeaky shoes and just walk around with a boombox all day.
That's what I was thinking.
You know, just walk around with something else that can drown out the noise. You know, I'll be listening to some Babyface.
Yes. I mean, it would be tough for others, but maybe you would get used to it. Like if I'm hearing the same squeak all day, maybe I would get used to it a little. I can't imagine I would because it would annoy me. But maybe. It
would annoy me, but like one is an audio annoyance and the other one is like a practical annoyance.
Totally.
It's a physical annoyance. So like that makes it a little more difficult, I think.
I would lean towards squeaky on that then. Probably. I think I would lean a little squeaky.
Yeah. So I guess we're finding out the severity of the untying of the shoe, depending on what that means, matters.
Yes.
You know? I got one for you.
Okay.
I'm a cartoon person.
Oh.
I grew up on both of these.
Okay.
So I have to know, would you rather live in the Jetsons world or the Flintstones world?
This is kind of tough because at first my mind goes immediately Jetsons because the technology of it all. They have, you know, robot housekeeper.
Exactly. You can press a button and it makes food.
But there was something really charming about the Flintstones. They seemed like they had a lot of community. They were inviting each other over for dinner.
Yeah.
The dinosaur was the dog.
Also, like, I feel like they had things that were like that I pine for, like the drive-in movie theater.
Yes.
Simplistic life.
Yes.
But still modern enough that like life is comfortable in a certain way.
And they live near their best friends.
Yeah.
That's fun to me.
The kids grew up together.
That's really nice. I think, honestly, at this point, I'm a little fatigued by technology. I'm going to pick the Flintstones. I like the looks of their outfits, too. I think those were cute little outfits.
Yeah. More comfortable looking. Like
comfortable.
The Jetsons World clothes felt a little tight.
So I'm going Flintstones. I actually think I would get along well there. I think the simplicity would be nice. And you'd get to see dinosaurs. And
they're friendly, too.
Most of them, right?
They weren't eating you up. No. They would just be like, hey, man, you annoying me,
Yes, and you'd have to go, my bad.
We lived in harmony.
What? I don't remember the Flintstones that well. What did Fred do for a job?
He worked at the rock quarry.
Yeah. I wouldn't like to do that, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That's manual labor for sure. That is definition of working.
Yeah, that's manual labor.
Okay, what are you thinking?
On the surface, like you said, the Jetsons world seems like, why? Yes,
of
like
course.
That's the future. But then I think like, we, especially those of us who grew up as millennials and Gen Xers, like we always are like, man, where is our Jetsons world? But then if you really think about it, like flying cars is like the one that always people are like, and I'm like, do y'all not drive around people just today? And people that are bad drivers, and now you want to put us in the air. Like, and so like that's scary to me. So I do think I would like the simplicity of the Flintstones. Now, the part that I don't like you said, the jobs were all pretty manual labor based.
Yes.
They were a little bit harder.
Yeah. You can't be a creative director influencer.
You can't. And then I feel like all the animals around probably stank a little bit.
Oh, that's true. That's definitely true.
There's probably some things about this world but I am basing this off of the life that I know now. If I'm just in this life, I don't know no better. So
I think we would be able to get used to it kind of quick. Like
it
would just be like you only have to deal with 10 things a day, as opposed to in the Jetsons, you're dealing with 1,000 things.
You're dealing with 1,000 things a day.
Keep in mind, they have, animal bones in their hair. They're kind of hardcore.
Hardcore.
They don't mind.
They're hardcore.
I did like that the town sort of looks very like Palm Springsy to me, but made out of rocks. And I guess that's because Palm Springs was made in the 50s and this was made in the 50s. But the look of the town was cute to me, if I remember correctly. Bedrock.
So, fun thing, if you ever are on your way to the Grand Canyon, you pass a town that is modeled after Bedrock.
Whoa.
And it's like really cool. It's really, really cool. And especially like if you didn't know, I didn't know, and we just happened upon it. I was like, oh, this is dope. And there's for the record, I'm also agreeing with you. I think I would live in a Flintstones world.
Great.
There's also a fun conspiracy theory with the Jetsons. That is a study on class, because like we never really see below. We never see the ground on the Jetsons. We always see like, you're landing on other parts of the upper part of the world. And the conspiracy theory is like all the poor people or all the like the have-nots lived in the dystopian part of the planet that is on the ground. And that's wild to me. And like, the sad part is I could believe something like that would happen. And so on the Flintstones, we saw it all. Yes. You see every part of the planet.
Yeah, and we are rock breakers. We're not in the upper class.
We're not in the upper class.
Breaking rocks.
We're all breaking rocks. And also, I'm going to add the live action part to this world. Yeah. And any place with Halle Berry looking as fine as she did in that movie.
Yep.
I will take it.
And John Goodman.
John Goodman, the everyman.
That worked for me.
And Rick Moranis, his last movie. So if we got a bunch of Rick Moranises walking around, let's go. I'm with it. I'm with it.
Wow, I forgot Halle Berry was in this. Wow, yeah, she's looking, fantastic. It doesn't get much better than that.
So yeah, I'm going with the Flintstones. I'm going with the Flintstones.
I am too. I think it would be a really nice vacation for me to just be able to hang out with some friends that live next door and to walk around our cars.
I love it. I love it.
I love it too. We have made peace with our squeaky shoes.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're in the Flintstones, well, the good news is
we ain't got no shoes.
We're not wearing shoes. We solved that problem.
We solved squeaky shoes only exist in the Jetsons world.
Well, Jacquis, I feel really good with the perfect choices we have made. They were difficult, honestly. They had me thinking. I like to do a little thinking before bed because now my brain is tired and I'm gonna turn in.
I'm gonna go ahead and do the same, and I cannot wait to talk to you next time. Good night, KP.
Good night, Jacquis.